Hello and welcome to Martin Lucas Investors channel. My name is Sensei Crypto and this is a very important video, or if you're watching this is created during a live stream. We are talking about the big news of the SEC case coming to an end. We're talking about the next steps for XRP. I'm going to give you exactly where I think XRP is going on the journey to $10 because I still believe we're going there, but we might have a massive correction before. So let's get prepared. I'm going to talk about the news. So before I get started, remember anything I say during this live video, this is made during a live show, or if you're watching this later as a video, is not financial advice. This is just my thoughts and opinions only. Please do not do what I'm saying, what I'm doing. This is my thoughts. This is my strategy. I'm sharing it with you. This is not so you can copy it. This is so you can see different perspectives and you can follow my journey. And I'm sharing with you the art of trading, and I think that's an important skill to have. But thank you all for tuning in. Let's get straight into the price action of XRP, which is currently holding up very strong, $2.40. I think that's very strong. Some people are very impatient, thinking that this should be way higher than it is right now. I'm very happy with this price action. I'm actually slightly surprised we're not going through any capitulation phase, especially when the rest of the market is a lot of the altcoins are down 80, 70, 60% from their highs recently. Bitcoin is down from it's 110,000. I mean, Bitcoin itself, that went all the way up to 100 and basically 110,000 and went all the way back to 76,000. Bitcoin currently is down 22% from its highs. XRP, I would imagine, is down around the same, maybe a bit more. XRP is down 29% from its highs, which is very impressive because normally if Bitcoin goes down 20%, XRP is down 50%. Just like the rest of the altcoins, for example, Ethereum, you look at Ethereum, Bitcoin's down what we just looked at. However, Ethereum's down way more. It's down 50%. Some altcoins you look at, let's just choose a random one, Polkadot here, a very popular one from last cycle, that's down 60%. You look at another popular one from last cycle, something like Sandbox. That's down 75%. And we're not looking at previous highs. We're looking at this altcoin season we had back in November. The pre-Trump rally, and if you sort of zoom back to 2021 and you look at something like Sandbox, that's down about 97%. And you look at XRP, and XRP is a different, it's completely different. You look at XRP, and that's actually up from its 2021 highs. It's only down about 26% from its all-time highs. So what we've got going on here is XRP is performing much better than the rest of the market. XRP is the best performing asset in the top 20, 30, 40 cryptocurrencies. It's performing better than Bitcoin. It's performing way better than the rest of the altcoin market. And that is very positive. It shows a lot of strength. It shows a lot of backing. But what's more important is what's going to happen next. Are we still going to get a 50-60% correction? That's what we're going to look into. We're going to be looking at what's happening with the SEC case, what's happening next for XRP and Ripple, the company. But first, thank you all for tuning in. Please do hit that like button if you like XRP, if you're happy with its performance, if you're here for the long term, if you're not here just trying to make a quick buck. Nothing wrong with that, but we don't promote pumping and dumping. We just promote education, earning money, putting a little bit aside for markets like this, knowing the risk, that it is a risky market, following the case, bringing you the truth, so you can make educated decisions based on yourself. We're not like other cryptocurrency channels which just are trying to get clicks, which are trying to sell courses, which are giving you fake information on Twitter so you can click on their videos and say $100,000 XRP or $1,000 XRP. In the next few weeks, we don't care about the views, we care about the family that we're building here, just bringing you the truth. So if you do appreciate that, please do hit the like button, subscribe if it's your first time here. So I've seen this is during live chat. I'm just looking at a live video. I'm just looking at the live chat. Some people are asking who am I? I partner with Martyn Lucas. So you've probably seen Martyn on the show before. I do my Sunday show. I talk about the crypto, the charts. So yes, this is Martyn's channel. No one's hacking his channel. This is just me doing my segment. I partner with Martyn. I'm on his show. If you look back on the channel, I've got my own playlist. So I'm here to do the crypto side and the chart side of things. Martyn focuses on the fundamentals. Okay, back to XRP. So what we've said constantly is $2. $2 is key. We're going to keep coming there. We're going to probably keep bouncing. The more times we hit $2, the more likely we might come to lower levels. However, $2 has been key. $2 has been the base, and again, you can see we've bounced another 33% up from the last buy zone, the last level of support at $2. And that is a good sign. It shows that there are still a lot of buyers. No one wants to drop the price below $2. There are institutions buying at those levels. There are a lot of retail investors buying at those levels. Um, but what can happen and what you need to be prepared for, remember, this is not me telling you the future. This is not me knowing exactly what's going to happen. Other people might pretend they know what's going to happen. They don't. The best you can do is prepare for each scenario, so you don't FOMO in, so you don't panic sell out, so you know the possibilities that can happen, so you can prepare for them. And one of these possibilities is $2 because it's held up so strong, because there's a lot of buy orders, and maybe some stop losses below it. If a big correction happens in the broader markets, for example, a recession or a continuation of the sell-off of the S&P 500, we will look at the S&P 500 shortly because that has an effect on XRP, or if there's a sell-off within Bitcoin, if Bitcoin wants to come back down and test its important $74,000 level, and if it breaks that and corrects, which is very possible, back to 62,000, that is a possibility. I give it a 20-30% chance of something like that occurring. Broader market sell-off, Bitcoin coming back down another 20-25%, between 13% is the first level at 73,000, the next level would be around 62,000. That's a 26% correction. I give a 20-30% chance of that happening. There is a chance that happens, of course there is. If that does occur, then what you have to be prepared for is XRP coming down to $2. It's tested $2 many times and it's always bounced. However, there is a possibility it comes down to $2 and you see the capitulation phase where the weak hands get shaken out, stop losses get hunted, whales come in, start shorting the market. We've seen a lot of whale action recently within the crypto markets, the big whales coming out with the big shorts, the big those big positions. If that occurs, then you have to be prepared for $2 breaking, and potentially coming down to $1.85, $1.71, two major levels. These are my big support levels. And once you have these support levels, what is very possible is a capitulation wick. And what does a capitulation wick consist of? It consists of breaking all these support levels that I think are very strong. You'll see these support levels break and then a sudden wick. You'll see a V-shaped recovery. You'll see everything capitulate. You think it's the end of the world. Everyone sells out. Everyone panics. And then you see a V-shaped recovery. So that is a possibility, and what I will be doing in that scenario, again, I think I think XRP is holding up very well right now. I don't think this is going to happen tomorrow, but it is a possibility it happens. Where you come down to $2, you don't hold it this time. Remember, every other time you've held it, you don't hold it. I'll be buying at $1.80. I'll be buying at $1.71, and I'll be looking for a V-shaped recovery. We might come all the way down to $1.50. I think $1.50 is a very psychological level. If we do come down there, I would expect something like a V-shaped recovery straight away from these levels around $1.50. So if you are going to get liquidated, if it comes down to $1.50, if you can't afford a 50% correction, then start thinking about that, because you don't want to be panicking when it hits those levels. You want to have a strategy in place. If you can't, and remember, crypto is very volatile. This might not be the market for you. This might be the bear market might have started. We might be going all the way down to $1. XRP might go to zero. There are scenarios where this happens. Cryptocurrency is very risky. This isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. This isn't a no-risk, high-reward situation. I do think XRP is going to $10, but this is I'm a very high-risk investor. It might not be right for you to be a high-risk investor. So $1.50 is a possibility. Be prepared for $1.50. If you can't afford a $1.50, if you can't afford a $1 XRP, then consider, is XRP right for you and your investment portfolio. Remember, XRP is up a lot right now. People would be loving these gains in the stock market. I mean, from November to March, you're looking at a 3.5x move. That is brilliant returns. There's nothing wrong with taking profits. So that's one opportunity. That's one thing you need to be prepared for. A capitulation, a wick. Are you prepared for these scenarios? Don't panic. Remember, this is a possibility. Have your strategy in place. What are you going to do if it comes down to these levels? Um, the next thing that can happen is you come down to $2 again. You hold it as support, just like you have every other time. We're in between two zones. We're at $2.40. The support's at $2. The resistance is at $2.62. We will go sideways. We will choose which way we go. Are we going to go to $2 first, test its support, or are we going to break resistance at $2.62? Remember, you just have to look at it this way. We are in a sideways moving market right now. We are. Oh, here we go.
RB donated $4.99 through a super chat. Would you feel comfortable long term with 10,000 coins at $2.45?
Wow. Um, so we just got a super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Again, I'm going to be clear before answering this. It's not financial advice at all. I don't know what your scenario is. Being comfortable is something about your situation. Do you have debts? Do you have children? Do you is this money you can play with? There's so many questions that I wouldn't be able to answer for you. But if you're asking me, the question is directed at me. Would you feel comfortable long term with 10,000 coins at $2.45? If I'm looking at long term, then yes, I would feel comfortable because I don't mind taking the risk. 10,000 coins is a lot of money these days. So yeah, I mean, it would. Depends on your situation, but for my situation, holding long term, do I think we're going to get above $2.45? Yes. Do I expect a $10 XRP this year? I actually do expect that. I will be taking profits lower than that level, but I do expect a $10 XRP. But in the next 5 years, I think XRP is going to continue to make new all-time highs, possibly going towards that $30-40 region in the next 10 years. So yes, I would feel comfortable, but that doesn't bear any effect on your personal portfolio. Um, so, but also $2.45 is to me, that's a very high entry price. I mean, my entry prices were between 30 and 60 cents. I haven't really bought XRP, any new XRP in the last few months. All I've been doing is trading my specific XRP, buying, selling it up here, buying it back at $2. You've seen what I've done over the past few weeks and past few months. I've been selling at the highs, buying at the lows. Um, but my actual long term position holdings, I've been buying at 30 to 40 cents. So it'd be hard for me to buy 10,000 coins at $2.45. I don't think I'd bring myself to do that because of my cost basis already. Um, Unless I had a lot of money coming in, and then I would. But yes, back to where I think we're going right now. We've discussed the 20-30% chance. What's most likely to happen is we're going to continue this sideways action. Ever since November, we've just been trying to break all-time highs, holding support. It's very much been a sideways moving market for XRP. It's been holding strong while the rest of the market's been very volatile. And what we need to expect next is there's two options. There's that $2 keeping as support. There's the capitulation option, or
TJ Snyder donated $2 through a super chat. Does XRP have two separate private/public ledgers? Why?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Thank you, TJ, for the super chat. Um, you've got the support at $2. That support sometimes capitulates. That's why we've got that $1.50 option. Then the other option is sideways moving action until you start building yourself back up, breaking $2.62, $2.70, $3, $3.31, and then finally you've broken all-time highs, and then you can start looking at my take profit levels. So once you break the sideways action, holding $2 as support, you will slowly but surely start building your way back up. That's why we're going to be here every week covering this. But ideally, and at some point, you will see these levels of resistance start breaking $2.60, $2.90, the all-time high levels around $3.30 and $3.50. And then we will start be moving on to levels I'll be taking profits. $4.70 is a big level. $5.30, $6.37, $7.41, $8.51, and $11. Remember, we cannot time the top. I'm just taking specific Fibonacci levels to dollar cost average out of the market, just like a dollar cost averaged into the market. I can't time the top, I can't time the bottom. However, there are strategic levels. I will be dollar costing averaging out of these out at these specific levels, taking about 30% of my portfolio out between $4 and $5, another 20% at $6, 20% at $7, and then waiting for $8.50 to take out another 20%, leaving the rest, which would be probably about 10-15% of what I currently hold, for $10 and beyond. That's what I'll be looking for. We are currently in a sideways moving action market for XRP. Patience is key. Remember, capitulation is a possibility. Sideways moving action is what we're going to expect, slowly and surely breaking these resistance points until we get to all-time highs, and that's where we go into price discovery, break all-time highs, and then that's where the excitement happens. That's where everything finishes. Within 2 or 3 months, you will see the top come and go very quickly. Being prepared for exactly where you want to take your profits is key. Knowing exactly what you're going to do if there's a capitulation event is key. Knowing if you can survive a 4-year bear market. If we're already in a bear market, remember we discussed the idea of a bear market. That could be a possibility. I give it a 10, 15, 20% chance that that's a possibility. That would be 4 years of downwards action, downwards and sideways action. Are you prepared for that? If not, that is a possibility. Are you prepared for a capitulation down to $1.50? That's a possibility. Sideways action for 3 to 4 months where not much excitement's happening. That's a possibility. And then at some point, in my opinion, we're going to get a breakout from all-time highs, and in 1 to 2 to 3 weeks, you will see the high come and go. And the high might be $8, the high might be $5, the high might be $10, it might be $33. But it will happen quickly. When we break all-time highs, it will happen quickly. What do we need to see? Well, this is a post from Power Group. I think he's one of the sponsors of the channel. I agree with him completely. These are some things that are coming. The ETF will bring some of that hype. The ETF will bring XRP. As long as the rest of the market is looking fine and we're not getting into a recession, you will see it. The ETF news, when that launches, just like Bitcoin, it will propel XRP past all-time highs, in my opinion, and that's when the real hype can start. If Ripple IPOs at the same time, that will be two big things that will push the price of XRP higher. Remember, XRP doesn't isn't shares of Ripple. However, a lot of people, the sentiment is what's important. A lot of people will see Ripple IPOing, they'll think XRP is shares of Ripple, they'll be buying into XRP. That will be the exit liquidity. That will be what pushes XRP from all-time highs to maybe $10. And the two things on this list, the XRP ETFs and the Ripple IPO, if they come together, that's where you can see $10 and beyond. That's why I'm saying $10 is a possibility this year, because that's what I think is going to happen. These are other things that can occur. Remember, we've got the SEC case come to an end, which is positive because it allows the ETF to occur, allows the Ripple IPO to occur. More partnerships. If we get that bank news, Martyn is constantly in contact with Bank of America because we want to see that news come out. We want to be the first to cover it. If we do see a big partnership, that will be good for XRP. The stablecoin news is going to come out. Donald Trump's working on a stable currency bill, or they're working on one to present to President Trump. That's not as big as news, but it's big news within the cryptocurrency industry, but it's not big for the sentiment. Retail won't get very excited for that, but that would be the underlying thing that builds crypto and continues the price, continues crypto running well for the long term. The stable currency, the bill for the stable currency is very important for the underlying cryptocurrencies, such as RLUSD, the whole cryptocurrency industry as well. If we get announcement of no tax, capital gains tax for crypto, that is also big. Strategic reserve, we're going to see, we've just got news that they might be selling gold to buy Bitcoin. That can be exciting as well. So there is still plenty of news that can come out to push this market higher, especially when the S&P 500 is back to all-time highs, when the sentiment's there again, when the cryptocurrencies are in an altcoin season. If any of these pieces of information come out during that high sentiment time, where altcoins are building up, where Bitcoin's back above 100,000, where it's growing to 200,000, when the S&P 500 is at all-time highs, when altcoin season kicks in, and you get news of an XRP ETF, XRP can double in a day. So that's on that side of things. What you've got here is Jeremy Hogan talking about the SEC case. Just a quick update. We got it done. The SEC case has finally come to an end. We are very happy about that. I've told you that's not going to have a massive impact on the price. However, underlying, it will have a massive impact on the price because this had to happen. We were expecting this to happen first before an ETF. We're expecting this to happen first before an IPO. It puts a lot of clarity for Ripple, the company. Remember, they were still being sued. Not much difference in terms of the XRP being a security, but it's good for the general sentiment around XRP and Ripple. This is what's going to happen next. The SEC has apparently dropped its appeal, but we don't know if the Ripple agreed to the same. Remember, Ripple is appealing the SEC as well. We don't know if they're dropping their case as well. So the worst case scenario is what Judge Torres said in its Oh, I've got Martyn calling in, but I don't. Oh, sorry, my interview was off. Here we go. We've got Martyn calling in. I've got Martyn on the screen, so let me add Martyn in, and then we'll continue talking about this. Let's add Martyn to the show. Let's put him full screen. Martyn. Oh, we've got us both again. You're live on the show. Thanks for calling in.
Good afternoon, Sensei. It's lovely to see you on the show today. You're doing a great job. Fantastic. I'm so excited to tell you because you sound so bullish. You're talking about XRP, seeing it go to $10. Well, I know you've got your chart show coming up after this, everyone, so please do stick to the end of this and join Sensei for his chart show in a few moments. The link's pinned to the top. It'll automatically take you there. But in the morning, I'm very excited. I'll tell you why. And no one is talking about this. So we do expect some volatility. It's not going to be straight up, but I do predict some things are going to be, something great is about to occur. It might take until the 2nd of April when all the Trump tariffs come out. But there's one thing that no one is talking about. People have talked about the $200 moving average. The S&P dropped there. They've also spoke about the 19.7 times earnings, which is always a bullish time to buy the S&P. It was high as 27 just a few months ago. But what no one is talking about, and it's very similar to the buybacks for the CEOs along the same lines, we haven't had any major or any IPOs for a while. I think it's been over a year, maybe a year and a half, IPOs, initial public offerings. We've got a spate of them around the corner. Why is that important? Because the CEOs, the businesses know when's a good time to go public. And it's a good indicator of the state of the market. Remember, the economy is not the market. The economy is completely separate. The market is 6 months, 12 months ahead, and these companies are wanting and are really hankering at the bit to do their IPOs. So there's loads of IPOs coming up. We've not seen any IPOs for ages. If you look on Robinhood now, there's already a few that you can get involved in. So I'm very, very bullish. The markets are oversold. CEOs have told me they're doing buybacks. Someone mentioned the other day, at the moment they called in and said Gorilla's going down. I got on the phone and it moved up straight away. Jay is instructing buybacks. That's the CEO of Gorilla. And many other CEOs are instructing their boards to buy back. But more than any of that, the fact everything was oversold, fear, uncertainty, and now IPO season is kicking off. That tells me we're probably already in a recession or we're at the bottom. No, you can't tell until 6 months from now. Remember, the great last recession, it is often described as 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP. In fact, the last time we had a recession, it was 1 month lower, 1 month higher, 1 month lower. We could already be in it, and everyone knows when we are below 20 times earnings and in a recession and IPO season kicks in and the 200 moving average, that is the time to buy. That's why I've been buying. I'm excited for the morning. Sensei, back to you.
Thank you very much, Martyn. Wow, I love that. He came in, he gave us all the information. We've got the fundamentals right here on the show. Join Martyn tomorrow for more of that deep dive into the fundamental news. But yeah, that is very important to look at the underlying news. What we just got there for Martyn is his thoughts that maybe the recession is here. There might be one final move to the downside, but we're looking at the indicators showing a potential bottoming in, and that what that means for crypto, it means if the sentiment switches, if we get the markets going back to the upside on the S&P 500 on the global stock market, that will push Bitcoin higher. That means when one of these news events happens, when the altcoin market and the Bitcoin market, the cryptocurrency market, is in a better situation than it is now, what you will see is any of these events, the Ripple IPO, which I think is coming this year, the XRP ETF, which I think is coming this year, potential more bullish news from the White House, no tax on US cryptocurrency, which is possibly coming this year. A bank partnership with Ripple once now that the SEC case is over, which could be possibly coming this year. Any of those news stories, that's when you'll see retail, the sentiment coming in, $10 XRP this year. That's when the possibility's there. What we're looking at is the SEC case here. It's come to an end. That will enable all of these things to happen. Worst case scenario now is the Judge Torres ruling, which is a $120 million injunction. They've got the cash on the books to cover that. Remember, they hold about half the supply of XRP, so they've got more than enough cash for this. The four possibilities that Jeremy Hogan is saying can happen is Ripple continues its appeal. Remember, they're appealing the Judge Torres ruling as well. Of course, you would. You appeal, just like the SEC was going to appeal under Gary Gensler. Ripple, as a business, is going to appeal to try and bring that injunction down. So the four possibilities are Ripple continues its appeal. Remember, no appeal from the SEC anymore. This is now Ripple in the driving seat. Ripple continues its appeal, and we get a ruling from the. Oh, here we go. RB has donated
RB
again.
donated $9.99 through a super chat. Thank you for your input and insight. Just for your information and everybody else watching and listening, I'm all in with that 10,000 coins at 2.45 for long term. Winking face emoji, 4+ years.
Wow, congratulations to you, RB. We wish you the best of luck. I personally think that will do well. Again, be prepared for a big correction. And but yeah, 4+ years, 10,000 coins. That is, in my opinion, it can pay off. So good luck to you, RB. Thank you for sharing that with everyone, and being so transparent. That's what we love. So yeah, this means the four possibilities. Ripple continues its appeal, and we get a ruling from the appellate court on whether investment contracts require contracts. That's of course what Judge Torres came to the conclusion of. XRP itself is not a security, but the investment contracts, are they securities? Ripple continues to agrees to drop its appeal. Jurisdiction returns to the trial court, and the parties attempt to amend the judgment. Ripple agrees to drop its appeal, and the parties enter into agreement between them trying to amend the judgment. Ripple just pays the $125 million fine and moves on. So Ripple's in the driving seat. They can pay the fine, they can move on, they can end it all, or as a business, they might want to prolong it to get a more favorable outcome. But it's done. It's finished. The case is over. It is in Ripple's hands. The SEC can't demand anything else. We are happy with this. So as far as I'm concerned, brilliant. The case is over from an XRP standpoint. It's not a security for us. Ripple can try and work out the ins and outs of how much they pay, what specific contracts mean, what Judge Torres's ruling really means for them as a business. And in my opinion, best to appeal. Appeal these things. The SEC has changed their tune. They might be able to get a more favourable outcome. They might be able to keep some more money in the bank for Ripple, and have a better IPO. But this, in the larger sense, 95% done. SEC can't do anything anymore. We know the worst case scenario is they just pay the $125 million fine. That is the worst case scenario. That is not a bad scenario. So we can get rid of that. We don't care anymore. The case is finished. Done. IPOs can occur. ETFs can occur. Businesses will start using XRP because they know the SEC is not suing them. They're not appealing. So that's good. That was on my Twitter. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, I know I don't really talk about my Twitter, but I do post there here and there. XRP Bull and crypto enthusiast YouTube content on Martyn Investor. So that's my Twitter there. This was back in April of 2023. It's pinned to the top. XRP will change people's lives. Any day now, the judge will make her ruling. I'm optimistic she'll make the correct decision. XRP will make new all-time highs. I feel sorry for anyone who doesn't own some. Here's my ledger: 100% XRP. This was when XRP was about 52 cents. We were talking about it for months and months on the show. So that's from Power Group as well. I think he's a sponsor of the channel. Please do check him out as well. That's I liked his list. I agree with his list. Why not use it as well? This is the Martyn Lucas shop. If you want to support the channel, if you like it, the link is in the description. We are very low on stock now. We are going to be doing a new launch some point this week. The XRP merch. Thank you to all of you. It's completely sold out now. All the mugs will have a new collection, but anyone who holds this now, your orders should be delivered by now. Please do post a picture on Discord, and we will add you to the merch club. What we do have, the only piece of XRP merch we have right now is the new jumper. I'm wearing it now. Let me show you there. It's the XRP jumper. It comes in a whole host of colours. So if you do want to support the show, there is the link. Get yourself a jumper. It has Martyn and my logo on the sleeves. There we go. That's Martyn's logo. That's my logo. And that's the jumper. It's very, very comfortable. That's what I have to say about it. All the sizes there, so do consider buying some merch. But what we're going to do now is stick where you're at now. We're going to take you over to the chart show. What's the chart show? The chart show is what we do every Sunday. Put in your requests. We don't just talk about XRP here. We talk about all sorts of requests, especially for our members. And what we'll be doing is going through other cryptocurrencies. I don't just hold XRP. I know my last, back then, all I did was hold XRP. In March, I bought other cryptocurrencies. I'm sure other people hold other cryptocurrencies, other stocks. If you want specific chart analysis on that, then that's where this show will take you straight away. In about 2 minutes' time, we'll be going live for the chart show. So join us. It'll be still on this channel. This live show will take you right there. The link is pinned to the top. The link is now in the chat as well. Join me there in 2 minutes' time when we'll be doing the chart show. We'll continue to talk about XRP. I'll be looking at your comments as well. So if you had any XRP comments as well, I'll be answering them. But we'll be looking at other stocks, crypto, gold, silver, the general market. Hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're going to be ending the show. This show will take you, let me make sure it's, let me make sure, yep, it's already there. So this show, I'm going to end it. It will take you right there. See you over, same channel, the link's there. This show, if the show ends, it will take you there. It's pinned. In 1 minute, I'll be there for the chart show. I want to see all of you there. Thank you very much.
RB donated $4.99 through a super chat. I'm gonna follow Sensei on this journey, and Martyn on his journey through the stock market. Smile trying it myself.
Thank you very much, RB. Thank you for your support. See you all on the chart show in 30 seconds.